Hello, welcome to our channel, and I am showing you how to make leggings from basic sewing equipment, because why not, right? A lot of us have basic sewing equipment, want to know how to use it, and I hate it when people say, oh, I make so much money doing this, and then charge you to teach you. That sucks. You're either greedy or you're lying. So I'm here to show you how to do this. All you need is your sewing machine, your pins or your clips that you use to hold your fabric, a pattern as I'm showing you here, and I do have this pattern linked down below, and I am going to make a short video on how to make your own pattern in a couple of days, so please watch out for that. And here is my fabric. I love it. I literally bought all that she had at the moment. I really like the colors and the patterns, and I did link this as well down below with the pattern. And now we're going to get started. Go ahead and fold your fabric over. Actually, it doesn't matter if you fold it with the right sides together or the wrong sides together. I usually do right sides together because after you cut it, you can actually just leave your pattern exactly how it is and then start the sewing process. And this is me clipping it down, so that's what we'll do next, is actually secure it. These are the clips that I have. I like them better than the pins because I always stick myself. The safety pin, the scissors, and the chalk are not included in the tin. And I did link the pattern down below for that as well. And we're going to trace the outside of this pattern as I'll show you. And also trace the waistband on the fold as I'm showing you here. Then cut everything out as you will see. Ta-da! And we are ready. So I keep it lined up both sides of the pattern. That is the back rise, the long part. I usually do put a mark on the inside of that seam so that I remember it's the back rise. And then we're going to clip the pattern down on all the other sides because we're going to sew the back rise and the front rise according to the seam allowance on the pattern. You definitely want to secure your fabric, make sure it doesn't slide because that would be a tragedy when you're done. And you see I'm using a regular schmegular finger heavy duty. I have the width and the length at a 3 because I like that tightness on the thread. 100% polyester thread is the best that I can tell you to get. It is stronger than the cotton. Please pay attention to the seam allowances on your sewing machine. And those are there to guide you. If you have a 1/2 inch seam allowance as I'm showing you here, you will line it up at a 4/8. If you had a 1 inch, we'll take it all the way to the end for a 1 inch. If you had a 3/8, you would take it in for a 3/8 seam allowance. So please pay attention to your pattern that you have. And this is me just lining this up according to the seam allowance. I do use that as a guide. I go slow. And some people want you to get like the stretch foot, but if you go slow as we're showing you here, it works just fine. Again, I am showing you how to do this with basic sewing material. You don't need to get an extra foot to do this. Just go slowly so your fabric doesn't slide. And there's that dot that I was telling you about earlier. Ta-da! So here it is. With it sewn, we're going to shave the allowance down just a little bit so that we can lock the edges, as I'm going to show you here. Change it to a zigzag stitch. Put it at a 4 length and 4 width. line your fabric up on the machine. And we're going to use the knob on the back to make sure that it's set correctly. So when you move the knob, the needle should go right over the edge of that fabric like so, and not catch it. Once it's set up correctly, go ahead and sew both sides, the back and the front, rise so that you can finish that stitch. And that is what it looks like when it is done, secure and finish. So now we're going to take the pattern, put both seams together with still the right side of the fabric together. And excuse me, I'm using one hand. And then we're going to sew the rise crotch area according to the seam allowance as well, and then finish it with the zigzag fit stitched as well. Here I'm showing you right where the waistband, the edges of the raw edges of the waistband, I'm going to sew that, finish it as well, and look, it's all coming together. It's going to take the waistband, fold it wrong sides together, match that seam up. Make sure it's straight all around. I really like this pattern because it's really simple. Doesn't take a long time at all. Match that seam with the waistband to the back. That's how you know the back to the front once you're done. Straighten it all out. Usually put a pin at the back seam and a pin at the front seam, just hold everything together. And then sew around that raw edge according to the seam allowance, and do your zigzag to finish that stitch. Now this step is optional. You can do this if you want to, but you don't have to. With the spandex like fabric, it holds well at the seam, so you don't have to hem it, but you just fold it down once, fold it down again, and then sew. And yay, you're all done. That was literally like the most simple pair of leggings that you can ever make. If you want to know how to make anything else, just drop it in the comments. I will make a video. I'll try to update every week or so. And thanks for watching, guys. Wait for our next video.